Well, moving on now to our second story here on the top five. A deadly day in Egypt. 3 bomb explosions targeting security forces in the capital, Cairo, and nearby cities claim several lives. The first blast took place outside Cairo's police headquarters. Reports say it was followed by gunmen firing on the buildings there. At least 4 people are now confirmed dead and over 70 others injured. Hours later, another bombing targeted police vehicles near a metro station in the capital city. Egyptian media say 1 police officer was killed and several others were injured in that attack. A third bomb went off near a police station in Giza, southwest of the capital, with no casualties. Meanwhile, Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood has condemned the attacks against security forces. Let's get more now from our correspondent Mohammed Chalabi with us live from Cairo with the latest. Mohammed, who would want to target the security forces? And now with the Muslim Brotherhood clearly condemning these attacks, is that being seen as a response to allegations that it is behind terrorist attacks or bombings in the country?
Well, you're just raising the question, Homa, that everybody is wondering about here in Egypt. We know that the rival claims exist and continue. The military-backed government accuses the Muslim Brotherhood of being behind those attacks and of at least giving political cover to these attacks, although nothing has been judicially proven. And although the Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis group that was behind a recent wave of terrorist attacks in Sinai and in the Qahliya announced responsibility for Friday's early morning attack that targeted the police Cairo headquarters and that left 4 dead, 4 citizens dead, and 76 injured, according to the latest numbers from the health ministry. And 68 of those injured have already left hospital. So it seems that the toll is not likely to rise. At the same time, the Brotherhood and its allies, and even those from the Liberals team, accuse the government, this interim government, of trying to frame the opposition and of practicing Mubarak-era style, the Mubarak-era inner killings style. Where is the truth? Well, I guess I mean it's anybody's guess, but how will this affect the situation in Egypt, I guess, is the major question here. And will this make some liberal forces, for instance, or sympathizers distance themselves from the Brotherhood because they are at least being facing some sort of so-called popular indictment, if you will. I mean, those diehard supporters of the country's de facto ruler, General Sisi, the defense minister, who has hinted that he might run for presidential elections, could get a boost from this, and this could get his supporters to be even more, hawkish. Will this cause for more crackdown? Will this lead to more crackdowns, as if the crackdown against the anti-coup protesters is not already brutal enough or inhumane, according to the eyes of many here in Egypt? And what will this mean, for the for anticipated rival protests? I guess this is another question, because you have the 2 camps here in Egypt, both wanting to go, the Brotherhood and its allies, 6th of April, and other forces want to celebrate on the occasion of the 3rd anniversary of the 25th of Jan revolution that ousted longtime dictator Hosni Mubarak. They want to take to the streets again. They say the military dictatorship, is back in Egypt, while the other side wants to celebrate the passing of the constitutional referendum and the advancement of the roadmap, that army-imposed roadmap that accompanied the overthrow of the Muslim Brotherhood's Morsi. So a very, very, very complicated situation here in Egypt. We already have finally news of the death of a protester in New Damietta. So you already have here the crackdown against the anti-coup protesters has started very early, as the Friday prayer has just ended some 10 or 15 minutes ago here in Egypt. It could be an ugly 24 or 48 hours here in Egypt.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Chalabi in Cairo, for us with all the latest.